Hi everyone. Really wanted to tell you some really important news. I'm hoping most of you would have heard about the breathing space regulations that have come in. They came into force on the 4th of May. Just really wanted to educate you all a bit more because, as you all know, the furlough scheme is ending at the end of September and there are going to be more tenants claiming breathing space. So just needed to make sure that you all understand it and the best way to avoid the situation altogether. I know Claire's got a bit more to mention on that. So
yeah, thanks, Chloe. So the official name of what we're calling breathing space is called the Debt Respite Scheme, and effectively it's been sort of designed to give people who are suffering with debt breathing spaces, to give them a little bit of space to try and get themselves organised financially. Now the breathing space, as Chloe said, it started in May, so it's quite a new thing, and to be honest with you, we're almost we're still trying to get our heads around it as well. But what it's going to do is give the tenant a legal right to protection from being chased for that debt. And the way it's going to work is the tenant will have to, in order to get breathing space, they'll have to speak to a qualified and financially regulated debt advisor. And then that debt will be put onto a register. And then from there, whoever the creditor is, so in your case, it will be the landlord, or in our case, it will be us, the agent, we will be told by the debt regulator that debt is on that register, and at that point you cannot chase for those rent arrears. Now there are two types of breathing space. There's the standard breathing space, which it gives the tenant 60 days worth of space, and there's also the mental health breathing space, which gives them a little bit longer, and it's a slightly different process. So what's really important here is that you have an arrears management strategy in place, which is what we do with our tenants, and communication. I can't stress how important communication is. And if you get this right at the very beginning, when they first go into debt, hopefully, you won't be impacted by these new breathing space regulations. Isn't that right? Yeah. So, Chloe, I think you wanted to mention about the new notice now, the new Section 8 notice.
Yeah, so when your tenant has breathing space in place, you can't serve a Section 8 notice for the rent arrears. However, you can serve a Section 8 notice on the other grounds. You do need to be aware, though, you do need to use the new Form 3 to serve correctly and keep records to show that you have done everything that you needed to do there. Section 21s can still be served, that's when the tenant's moving out for no fault of their own. But you cannot chase the rent whatsoever when this is in place. You can't send them reminders, you can't send them letters, you can't send them emails. The only real communication you can have with your tenant is maintenance issues, property inspections, or if the tenant comes to you. Even if the tenant does come to you, though, you should not speak about the rent arrears. It's totally a no-go zone for the period of the 60 days.
Yeah, and like we say, we're not seeing any of this at the moment, but obviously when that furlough scheme ends at the end of September, this is obviously when it will start to kick in. So if you need any advice from either myself or Chloe, we're here. Feel free to post in the group or send us a message. And we are going to be, I think, Chloe, you're in the process of writing up a guide for landlords on this.
That'll be out shortly.
Yeah, so if you want that guide, feel free to message us and we'll get that over to you. I think that's all we wanted to say for today. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.